G'day my friends, Marty Ware from Martys Garden. I'm in my room. It's like, it's a little bit cold, but not as cold because it's raining outside now. The rain is perfect for my new self-sufficiency garden startup into the next stage. Well, not perfect for everything, but something that I'm going to show you outside. You'll go, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Now, things are still a bit of a mess. It's not, you know, it's not going to be beautiful or anything like that, but the stages, stage one, which I'd like to call this before we get our first lot of food onto the table, is underway, and it's pretty exciting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cruise around to the backyard and sort of film from the veranda on my little Sony ZV-1. It's got a little zoom lens, and we can zoom in and out of things without getting wet. Now, I've got to dodge the rain, man. It's cold. I don't want to get wet. All right, let's go. All right, let's go out the back door here. Yep, it is wet. It's raining, but it's a good thing in some ways. Now, I have extended the garden out, but first, look at that. I'll just zoom out a bit. That is the chicken tractor, my friends. Yep, we picked that up secondhand. So as soon as it stops raining, I'm going to give you a full update on this guy. It is just absolutely mental, and it's going to be a part of this whole new garden. It'll be a workhorse for me. Now I just got to close the door behind. I'm going to zoom out a little bit to give you a bit of a look around. Yep, we've got more plants. I'm looking straight down from my veranda above, and things are really starting to come along now. And what we'll do, we'll zoom straight in on these rocket microgreens. That's going to be some of the first food that I'm going to get. Yeah, and in front of it is a little flat leaf parsley, and you know they're going to be, I'll be picking baby leaf off those slowly over time. We've got more ready to sprout up, and then more underneath these trays here. You can see some green coming through there. There's rocket microgreens in there as well. That's going to be the first harvest. And then we've got some watercress that I picked up. That's really cool. And being winter, that grows really well here, and I can start picking leaves off those already. And we've got a little bit of microgreens here. That is a red mustard. Now I can actually grab those, some of those, and grow some of those. They're going to be parent plants. We've got some Vietnamese mint for spicing things up. And then down in here we've got our lettuce pots and another type of orange cherry tomato. And we've also got, guys, we've got the fruit trees into the bags. Now if you haven't seen that video about why you should grow fruit trees in bags or get them started in grow bags, check it out. I'll zoom out a little bit there, and in there at the back there we can see that white bit. That is an avocado. Yep, it's an avocado growing in a bag. Now we've got clay soils here, so it's going to be a real challenge growing an avocado. But as we scoot over here, now this, as I said, it's a bit of a mess, but that they're just old sheets that I was used for in the packing and sort of for the moving and stuff, and they're just kill off the grass because I don't want it. I'm doing a no-dig garden here, and then over they'll get covered in cardboard. They'll get pulled up and thrown in the bin. And over here is the start of our first BALE garden. Now look at this, guys. It's raining and they're getting wet, which is absolutely perfect. So I've thrown a little bit of sort of like blood and bone onto it, and then some just chicken pellets, and I had a little bit of compost left over from a bag that I bought. And it's raining at the moment, so it's just soaking into that slowly and just putting the nitrogen and the nutrients into that material and soaking it up. And sort of it's like a cold composting system. You can hit it with a lot of nitrogen like urea and start like a straw bale garden. Now this is just this, it's called soteria grass or something like that. It's not the best, but it's all they got because of the floods. We're lacking sugarcane and lots of different things, so you've got to make do with what we got. And lots of fresh food about to come through, and I'm going to show you as we harvest these and make up some little salads and things like that once we start mixing the cherry tomatoes in there. And our big cherry tomato at the back here, the Tigerella, We can't really get down there because just I don't want to get wet in the rain, but that's going to be my first producer, I reckon, into these salads that I'm going to be making. So we also have some edible flowers. Now, I'm not really up on names. I think it's a type of tunes. PEPE FASSOS, the PEPE FASSOS channel gave them to me. And also down here, 2 varieties of, that's the garlic, you know, society garlic. It's the little edible flowers. I eat the leaves as well. And so, and we've got one of my favorites, the marigolds for color. Just look at those. They are absolutely beautiful. They're going to attract all the beneficial insects into here. And yes, we can eat them as well, my friends, and I plan to. So I'm back inside my room now. There's a bit of a mess in here. I'm not actually sleeping in here. I'm sleeping in on a bed out in the lounge room. It's one of those sofa beds, a really good one, so it's pretty comfy. And this is just used to store at the moment while I sort everything out. And eventually we'll get a bed. I'll move in here and be my work/studio bedroom. Now, I brought a couple of plants with me to show you guys and talk about what I'm doing, to give you a bit of a closer look. Now, this is parsley, right? Now, this is that flat leaf parsley. I use this a lot in all my stir fries and to get flavor into my cooking. And when it's young like this, and when it's older, I use the tips to put in the salads as well. So I want to get the nutrition. Now you're wondering what's in my hand here. Well, some places they call this arugula. We call it rocket in Australia. Look how beautiful that is. That's growing in a tray outside as well for the first harvest. Now these ones are going to grow bigger, right? Because they're in the bigger pots. The ones in the trays are only about yay deep, and you know, you harvest them much quicker. So I'm going to get them to about yay size, harvest, keep a few, then let them grow out even more. And you know, I've got a handful of those pots, and about one, you can do them every 4 days if you're really eating a lot of them, or every week sort of thing. But when you're turning over a lot of food, I reckon every 4 days is really good for microgreens. Now, one of the things about this, we get back to the parsley again. The beautiful thing about this is you can buy it like in punnets and stuff. It takes about 6 weeks for it to germinate generally. Parsley's really slow, so I like to buy little pots. And you can get anywhere from 6 to 10 plants in a little pot, you know. Pot them up again, start picking them into salads and stuff. Keep 2 really big ones to just grow on, not sort of harvest off them too hard. And have your other little ones that you harvest off a little bit more. And they won't grow as fast because they're not photosynthesizing as quick, but you're getting food straight away. And then you can leave them be, right? You go to the mature ones that the ones you're not harvesting from, start harvesting from them and let these grow out. And you know, if you're going to do something like I'm going to do, like I'm probably going to put an honesty box at the front of my place where I'll be selling some plants and some food and things like that. Well, you know, not so much food, but you know, maybe some cherry tomatoes and some salads, who knows. Anyway, you can put some of these out as well and get a couple of bucks for them and get your money back. So you end up having free plants, right? And free food. So I think that's a bit of a win-win. I've still got it's going to be a cost for putting the honesty box up, but it'll pay for itself. And hopefully I don't get in trouble for putting it out there, but I'm pretty sure the locals will really like it. So this falls into my A and B category. Now, the A is the microgreens, and this would fall into the B because it takes a little bit longer to start getting food off it, but there's a crossover because I can nearly start harvesting from this straight away. So I think it's really, really awesome. Like I can pick some off this, pick some off that, and if I've got a little bit of alfalfa in the fridge and a tiny little bit of lettuce, I've almost got this salad because this has got the spicy flavour in it of the pepper, right? A little bit of olive oil on it, and then put this in for the nutrition and a little bit of flavour as well. Boom, man. All I've got to do now is wait for the cherry tomatoes to come through. I consistently grow these and harvest from it. I've got the baby leaf lettuce coming through as well. I've got little salads. I just cook up a little noodle dish, something like that. A little Thai dish or something, salad on the side, fresh food straight away. 30%, I reckon within about 6 weeks, I'll have about 30% of my food on the side of my plate every day. And the goal is to get around about 50% on each plate within around about 3 months. And so within like 10 days, I've got food on the side of my plate. It'd be really interesting to see how much I get on to the side of each plate. And would you like to see me make up these little salads and things like that and show you the harvests and stuff? I think you would. Look, I'm going to do it anyway because I want to show you what's possible. You look at that garden, there's not much in that, but you'll be really surprised how much you do get. Now, what I'd like to do is ask you guys, if you've got any questions down below, like down here in the comments box, to start firing away. I think you've really got a curious mind going on how much food I can produce really quickly. Keep an eye on the straw bales too, because in a few weeks they're going to be producing, and it's not like a straw bale garden that you've seen before. Maybe if you've been following me for a long while, you've seen it before, but I'm going to show it to you again. Anyway, these raw style videos are coming out to you just when I feel like doing them. And at the moment, I'm pretty psyched to show you what's going on. Have a great day, happy gardening, and we'll see you at the next video real soon. Bye for now. Hey, what do you think of the beanie? It's a bit big, isn't it? Like, I don't know, I got like this cone head thing going on. Ciao.